Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our Zoom class live for week 4. Sorry about the recording. It's a little dark, but not much we can do about that, I think. Let me try one thing here. Let me get this going. We'll go over a little bit of a lecture and touch base on some things. And momentarily.
Would it be okay if I threw out his...
Of course. Yeah. Okay, there's a little bit of lighting. Okay, so here we are in week 4. We've covered a lot of things, and from Cialdini to Zimbardo to some other things as well. And for week 4 here, I want to get into some of your papers and the commercials and things that we've talked about so far, kind of do a recap as we move into our final week. Let me see if I can pull up any of my notes here. Let's see. If I can get my notes opened up here. Okay. Okay, well, that's not working out so well. Let me try one other thing here. Oh, wait, I got it. I think I remember where I put them now. You might hear my cat there in the background, but pay no attention. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Let me just check on one thing, because we haven't had anybody post any discussions this week, so I want to make sure everybody's doing okay. That was as of yesterday. Okay, yeah, we got some things going on now. Okay. All right, there we go. So let's go back over here to my notes. Okay, so I was looking at some of the things you posted, because no one had posted anything up until yesterday. And this week we're kind of revolving our thoughts and our discussions around cognitive dissonance and things such as that. And important concept to recognize as you go forward in your life and your career, to think about what are some things that can make you uncomfortable, because I mean, this can even lead to therapy, and sometimes just even frustration, and in the workplace, in the family, in the church, when you're asked to do things that kind of go against what you believe in. It's we're talking about cognitive here. So as you remember from previous discussions, cognitive is that part of our psyche that gets into decision making. That's what you look at for when you, anytime you hear cognitive, you're going to think logical decision making, that kind of thing, thoughts and things like that. But when you get into dissonance, like, okay, so I think that I have a strong character and I have integrity and I want to act with integrity, but I work for a company that is not following the best practices to dispose of their waste. So, maybe they're not doing anything illegal, but they're maybe disposing their waste and putting their waste and polluting a river. Maybe they're engaged in different in hiring practices that maybe not illegal, but really don't align with your values. So that creates a bit of a problem, doesn't it? So, and a lot of times these things are very subtle. So you don't even, sometimes don't realize them, but even more than that, you just kind of, because you have to work, and this is not a perfect world. This is not heaven yet. It's not the new kingdom yet. So we're always going to have some of these problems. So you have to just be aware of what you're going to settle for and what is not going to be acceptable to you. So, that's one of the things that is important for you to be aware of, and you can kind of name it and understand it as you go forward. Anyway, so that's really, really important. I love the fact that they, use, and that's one of the great things about psychology. It is a science. It is very, very esteemed, and there's research on it. But we can take what I love about, and what Central Christian College does. We can take psychology and apply it to some of the, most basic things in our lives. And I love the video and the book, of course. If you give a mouse a cookie, and oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, please. Pardon me. So, those, when you look at those kind of things, I just think it can really benefit you today in your home and in your church. So, I'm not going to stay on here long. I do want to let you know that I'll be reaching out to you pretty soon. If you need anything from me, please give me a call. You have my contact information. I know I had to change the time of the Zoom class live this week because I have some other obligations later on. But I did want to make sure I got on here for a little bit and discuss some of these concepts with you and give you a chance to ask questions. All right. So, one of the great things about this class too is the living lab. I really do like that. I did want to talk to you a little bit about your grades and how it's going. For the most part, everyone's doing a nice job getting your assignments in, pretty much on time. I've talked to a couple of you. You sent me a message because something came up, and I'm certainly going to hold people accountable, but I know things happen from time to time. I'm not here to be the police. If something comes up in family matter or something at work and you need an extra day, message me. If at all possible, I'm going to give you a break. I can't guarantee that. Central Christian College holds me accountable to hold you accountable to get your assignments in on time. It's important that you do that. So don't take advantage of this. Obviously that's not nice, and it's not going to get you far in your career, academic career, or your professional career. But I do realize that, sometimes things happen. So if that's the case, just send. The best way to contact me, as I said, from week one on, I've mentioned it several times, is in the message board in the classroom. I check it at least once a day, sometimes several times a day. I just answered a message late last night when I checked the message board a couple of times. There was nothing there. And when I got home last night, I happened to notice that there was something there. I went in to check, and then I got back with that student. And so that was not a problem, to answer the question. So don't let perfection get in the way of excellence. If you're moving forward and something happens, don't throw in the towel. We can work through it. Everyone doesn't have an A necessarily, but everyone is doing pretty good in the class. And you guys can all see your grades. So I'm not saying everyone's doing great, but by and large, most people, not everyone, but most people have a pretty good score. So keep an eye on your grades. That's part of what you want to do. And you can track your grades and everything like that. So I did want to touch base on that. I wanted to touch base on the cognitive dissonance. I wanted to touch base. I just wanted to follow up on your evaluation of the commercials. That can be a lot of fun, and that can be a very fun career to get into. And if you do like psychology, but don't necessarily like all the statistics and research and those kind of things, you might want to look for a career in marketing or advertising so you can apply the psychological skills that you pick up here at Central Christian College and other places, and have a nice, fun career. Obviously, I love psychology, but as I've said many times, I love to apply the psychology to the real world. That's why I love social psychology so much. So, since many couldn't make it on here, I might try and do another Zoom session later in the week if I get some time. Give you a chance to ask some questions, but I just wanted to touch base on a couple things. You'll see the recording. I'm going to give you a Bible verse now, and in order to get credit for this Zoom session, you'll have to tell me the Bible verse. We're going to go with Micah 6:8. Micah 6:8. You'll have to look that up, and it's not a very long verse, and tell me what it says. And if you put that in the message tab, you will get credit for watching this very short video, very easy points. Not a lot of them, but nonetheless very easy. So Micah 6:8, just message me that, and I will give you your 2 points. Other than that, if you have any questions or concerns, please message me. You also have my other contact information, but you can certainly message me is the best way. Other than that, I am going to let you go and get out of here myself and go take care of this head cold that's really bothering me. Sorry about that, but I am going to go, I think, take some aspirin or something like that, and maybe a warm shower to start to feel a little bit better. So that's it for now. I will talk to you soon.